Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest video. Today we'll be doing a little test. So today's test will be testing if your leader is captured, do you still keep your gear stats? Because obviously when you get your leader captured and you click on the little exclamation point on the bottom of your leader, you get this little message that pops up. Leader captured, leader boosts that are still active include talents, equipment, hero battle skills. So we're going to be testing, do you still actually have your gear stats, or is this just like construction gear, research gear stats, monster hunting gear, etc.? Do you still have your war talents? All that stuff. So we're going to be doing two tests. One is going to be a solo with the leader in the war gear. Next one, you're going to get the leader capped, do the same solo on the same account, and see if there's a change in the amount of damage done, because it should be exactly the same if nothing has really changed. If there is a change, that means obviously you have lost your skills and all that. So let's get to it and test this out. Hey, so we are back. So we're going to be doing the test now. So the first attack is going to be coming in pretty soon. Going to be going range on infantry for both. So Gimme Your Lead is going to be the target where we're going to be soloing him right here. Again, the attack, it doesn't really matter what the attack is, but it is around 900 plus 926, wherever it is. The amount of attack is not the issue. It's more just seeing if we're going to be doing more damage when he has his leader or when he loses his leader. So this first attack, he is in his war gear. We're going to be testing it. That's his war gear, if you can see that. We're going to be testing to see how much damage we actually do against him. So let's take a look and see what the actual damage was on that one. He actually capped the solo here. Again, this account doesn't have a lot of troops, 3.8. You can see it did 205,000 with a 4.1 million drop. Keep in mind, he only has like 100,000 tier 2 in the front line, so not a lot of tier 2. So the more damage we're going to be doing, it's going to actually be hitting the tier 4 if the second attack does do more damage. So you're going to be seeing a much larger might drop, maybe not so much more troops drop. So keep that in mind when you see the second report, that there might not be as much troop drop, but you'll see the might drop increases quite a bit because it is going to be getting into more tier 4. So the second one, we're going to be taking his lead so that Gimme Your Lead will have no leader. He will be capped, so you will have that symbol up there saying, oh, your leader is capped, you have your talents and all that. That's what he has currently right now. So we're going to do a second hit on him. With the second hit is going to basically be our tester to see if you still have your stats while you are capped. Even though it says you have your stats, we're going to test that right now, see if it is. Because again, there should be zero change between the two attacks. From the first attack to the second attack, there shouldn't be any change between them, because if you hit someone over and over again with the same attack, you will do the exact same amount of damage within like 1 to 2% based on if they lose a little bit of troops or not. So keep in mind that. That's how people, when they are soloing these big accounts, know if they switch formations and stuff, because they know the might drop has actually changed. So it should be exactly the same if you still have your stats on your war gear and all that after getting capped. So let's go in about 2 seconds here. Going to be going to go range again, exact same attack, exact same everything, except the only difference is he won't have his leader now. That's the only difference. And again, you do have another leader that goes onto your wall, so keep that in mind. When I do my leaderless 1000 IQ trapping, you probably see that all the time. Even though I don't have my leader, I will have 5 heroes on my wall. It just automatically puts one on there. So anyways, let's take a look here. It looks like he did drop a little bit more might there, so there was a bigger drop in might. So we're going to take a look at the actual report and see what the difference was. So let's take a look at that here. And again, there was no cap, so he did not cap him this time. There was a 1,695 walk back. You can see here that it was mostly just the tier 5 siege that walked back. 163,000, you can see his comp there. It is mostly just tier 4. So that is a big difference in drop. And again, I will go through the reports right now, show you them side by side, and you can see the exact amount of difference in drops for that. But obviously, if you don't have your leader, you have less stats, even if you got capped with your war gear on. So keep that in mind. If you're ever playing, you ever see someone get capped, even though they're in the war gear, they don't have those war gear stats, even though it says that they do. That's lying. Again, I've tested this before. I wanted to see if it had changed since then. Obviously has not. So let's go take a look at those reports. So again, these are the reports that just happened. So this was the first report when he had his leader, and obviously must have still had his stats because he had all his leader and everything. You can see there is 0 walkback, so the siege did not get taken out. 205,000 was injured, and a 4.1 million might drop. Again, since he does have a tier 2, a little bit of tier 2 in there, the rest of those troops, you'll see in the difference here, was tier 4. That's why there's such a big might difference. Also, if it was just a full tier 2 frontline, you would have seen a huge difference in amount of troops injured. So let's go over to the next one here. Taking a look, this is the second one where he did get the walk back. This is when he did not have his leader, the person getting hit. Again, maybe we should have recorded it from the other point of views, but anyways, it doesn't matter. So it was the siege that walked back, 1695 siege walked back, and quite a bit more damage was done. So 282k, so an extra 75k tier 4 was taken out. So that's quite a bit. With, you could obviously see the might drop was almost a almost 50% more, actually more than 50% more, because it was 4.1 to 6.8. That's more than 50% more might drop from that. So keep in mind, if you ever do get capped, you do not have your gear stats that you had. I'm not sure if there's difference between the talents and the gear, or the gear and whatever, if everything is gone, but I'm not sure if I could test that. I could probably test that with just take your talents off and see the difference, but anyways, we're not going to do all of that. So again, if you get capped, you lose your stats. The thing is a lie. Don't trust that screen. That is just for passive stats for research, construction speed, monster hunting, and all that. It is not your war stats that you keep when you get capped. Anyways, hope this cleared up some confusion that people were having, because in the last video, obviously the guy was rally trapping without his leader, so you're thinking like, oh, maybe he still had those war stats. No, he didn't have his war stats. That's why he was taking so much more damage from those rallies when he got capped than when he actually had his war gear on trapping before that. So I hope this cleared this up. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments down below. We can do some more tests. If there's anything else you want us to test out, we can test it out. Again, I had tested this before, but this was probably a couple of years ago, or maybe a year ago. I can't remember when I tested this. But anyways, I did test this, and they have not changed it since then, so it's still going on. So like I said, hope that clears some confusion you might have had about this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.